guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is just going to be where have I been and what have I been doing in the last year. So in the last year, I have been illegally terminated. I had a baby. I got married last month. Well, technically, like today, it'll be last month. But by the time this video is up, it'll be August of 2019 is when I got married. I was diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety. I have been since put on medication for that. I got a new car. What else did I do in the last year? I got a new job, which actually pays more than the job that I was illegally terminated from. Yeah, so let's talk about the illegal termination in a nutshell. Basically, I was put on light duty, for my doctors, and my employer apparently was not having it in some way, shape, or form. They let me go. I contacted lawyers. The lawyer got back to me. And yeah, we went from there. Ultimately, I won. And I had a baby. So in January of 2018, I found out that I was pregnant. And I had a miscarriage in 2017. And, because of that miscarriage, I ultimately almost died. So my blood level, my iron level in my blood, I guess, however they explained it, was a 7.2. And they said that at a 7, I would basically have no say. I would have say, but they would do a blood transfusion anyway. So I got a blood transfusion, and that brought my iron level up. I was still unsteady with the iron level. And so basically I could have died. So I got the blood transfusion, and that had like messed with my blood, I guess. So my blood was basically saying, hey, you know, this blood transfusion, this is not your blood. So it created antibodies. My blood created antibodies against the blood that I was getting in the transfusion. And so I had to have my blood drawn every single month when I was pregnant. And on September 7th of 2018, I had my blood drawn. It was a Friday. And I started to have like high blood pressure, that weekend. And so they wanted me to go into the birthing pavilion, and, you know, check the heart rate and check my blood pressure and everything else. And that way, if I was in the birthing pavilion and something needed to be done, they could do it right then and there. When I was in the birthing pavilion, my blood pressure was fine. Her heart rate was fine. So I was sent home. And Sunday I was fine. So that was on a Saturday. And then Sunday I was fine. And then, I had got a phone call on Monday, September 10th, that I needed to pack my bags, my baby bag. I needed to pack my own bag, whatever I was bringing, and I needed to get to the hospital, to the birthing pavilion ASAP, because I needed to be induced. So at that point, basically it was, hey, now my blood is creating, antibodies against the blood that now is small enough to get into the placenta to essentially kill her. So I had to be induced. So I got in, I got settled in, and I had taken the first dose to soften the cervix, and my daughter was fine with that. And then the second dose, she was not fine with. Her heart rate dropped. She kept coming off the monitor. And I remember that I was trying to turn to get comfortable. So I was on my right side, and she had completely come off the monitor. Now, I had a doctor come in that was talking to me about a C-section and how maybe that C-section would be best if everything didn't go as planned to have her vaginally. So that doctor didn't even get to leave the room, and all the nurses come rushing in because my daughter's heart had stopped. And they said it was because of the second dose that I had taken to soften the cervix. She was not having it. So they asked me to roll onto my left side. She came back onto the monitor and then went back off the monitor. They had me go up on my hands and knees, and back down to my left side slowly. And just as I started to move, her heart rate stopped again, and she came off the monitor. I will remember it to this day. They said, back up on your hands and knees as quickly as you can. They unplugged my bed. They ran me down to the OR. They got a catheter in and gave me a spinal, basically like all within seconds. I had nothing. I couldn't even move for myself because they were moving me. And I had to have anxiety medication pumped into me because I could not feel my legs. And I was freaking out so bad that I was yelling at the nurses to move my legs because I couldn't move them. I knew that they were there, but I couldn't move them. And so I was trying so hard to move my legs, and I could not move them. So I had to have anxiety medication pumped into me, right straight through the IV, bypass everything because I was freaking out so bad. So when the C-section was going on, when she came out, she was not breathing. Obviously they got to clear her, and she started wailing those lungs. So they brought her to the back, make sure that everything was okay, checked her all out. She's perfectly healthy. And so my husband, he wanted to be in the room, because it happened so fast. He was not able to be, but he was the first person that she grabbed onto. And ever since then, daddy and daughter has been history. They are inseparable. She is such a daddy's girl. It's crazy. I have also been, I guess, touring per se. I wouldn't exactly say touring, but my husband has had a few shows that he had been doing, and so I was there for him. So I got a new car, and basically with the illegal termination and what I had won from it, I did the responsible thing and I bought a new car because I needed more space for my daughter. She's growing, and with a little Honda Civic, I didn't have much room for baby stuff. Pretty much catch up in a nutshell. I'm also going to be collabing with another YouTuber who I have known for a little while, and due to life happenings We don't live in the same area, but we do keep in touch a lot. So look out for that too. I will also link my husband's YouTube down below, which he just started. He is a singer, so he's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So you'll have to check that out. Yeah, so maybe I might have my husband pop up in a video. I might have my precious daughter pop up in a video. And yeah, so that's basically it in the last year in a nutshell. Stay tuned for more videos, and I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.